Hello, hello, Renee McLaughlin here, and today I am so thrilled I get to be joined again by one of my besties, Dr. Kim Caparelli. Girlfriend, hello.
Hello.
So, for those of you that don't know, Dr. Kim is actually, listen to this, you guys. She is a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine, and she has been practicing her medicine, as she likes to call it, for many years. How many years, Kimmy, have you been doing this?
24.
Wow.
24
And
years.
before that, she was in speech pathology, and she's just an incredible wealth of knowledge. And because she was kind of in both Western and Eastern medical systems, she just has such a interesting, beautiful way of seeing things from all sides when it comes to health. And so that's why I was so excited that Kim is going to join us today. And today we want to talk to you about a specific area of metabolic health. So you guys know I've been, preaching and talking metabolic health now for so long. And for me, I like to call it the five prongs in order to have your best metabolic health. And the one prong that I really think is maybe the biggest one, actually. I mean, that's kind of hard to say, right? But it's a big one. And it's one that we typically like hear about and go, yeah, yeah, yeah. But we just don't focus on it or really understand how to focus on it. And that is stress and the effect that stress has on our bodies, our minds, our emotions, on metabolic health. And when we are stressed, we are not going to have good metabolic health. And so today I'm joined by Kim because she is a big stress expert and has been taking one of our Trinot products with great success. So we wanted to talk about that and how that affects us. So, hey, Kim, take it away, girl. What
Hi.
product is it that you have been using and loving?
Well, Activate. And I have been taking Activate. I've taken it for about a month, um, maybe a little bit longer. But let me tell you, consistently for a month. How about that? That sounded much better. And I'm a big proponent of what's in on the label, right? And I
Mhm.
always say it's not the separate ingredients that's on the label; it's the whole shebang, and it's a symphony of the ingredients that makes so much difference. So they made Trinot just playing a beautiful song, and that's big when it comes to nutraceuticals or supplement lines. You have to look at the ingredient list. You can't have this hodgepodge things. And I think they really did a beautiful job of giving you something for metabolic support.
Love
So,
that.
yeah, yeah. But I always look at it. I looked at this Activate as I was taking it for myself, and then after I was referring my patients to it, I didn't really quite take it as an appetite control, and I'm sure it does, and I think it does, yes. But I would rather, when I present it to my patients, I'd rather talk to them about their stress, their anxiety, their brain frog, their fog,
That
their
too.
metabolic support. So, we look all the time in this clinic to the cortisol level of our patients. And cortisol is a steroid hormone produced by the adrenal glands. And that's pretty important right there, right? And it can affect your stress response. It can your metabolism regulation, your immune system, which is huge, right? And your sleep patterns, your blood pressure, your sleep wake cycles, and your mood and cognition. So there you have that brain fog going on. So I believe that this Activate does all that for metabolics and for metabolic control and support. And yes, will it help you lose weight? Of course, when your cortisol levels balance, when you have enough sleep, when you have enough, your mood's good, when you think of inflammation in your body. A lot of you can look at the people that's on Facebook talking about activate, and their faces get change, and well, that's you get puffy from inflammation in your body, and you get in pain from inflammation in your body because your metabolism needs to regulate. And what regulates this metabolism is your cortisol level. So you have to reduce your stress, your anxiety. You have to look at yourself. And I think activate um, makes it well. It just pinpoints all those different levels of what's happening in your body, specific to the person that takes it. So
Mm.
can activate. Yes, it's appetite control. But if you don't need to lose weight, is it going to make you lose weight? No, 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 no. It's
No,
just going to hit on the metabolics. Yeah.
I love that. And here's what I have been seeing, especially over the last couple of days. I mean, well, just for how long? We women have been under so much stress. Now, we were already under so much stress, but then in the last few years, we all know what all we've gone on, and that's even more. And I've talked to so many women who are just their stress level is just so high. It's that constant fight or flight. And when we're
Yeah.
always in that stress level, we never get a break. Those poor adrenals never get a break. So when the cortisol level goes up from the stress, here's the place that I think people don't really understand is that there is a balance. Cortisol level goes up, it stimulates insulin and insulin goes up. So, people will say, yes, if you're under stress, all of a sudden you're going to gain belly fat. Well, why? It's because of that relationship between the cortisol and the insulin. Now, when your insulin levels are up, your body is never going to be able to, if it's losing weight, that's one thing, but your blood pressure will be up. Your cholesterol can also go along with those high insulin levels. So this is why metabolic health isn't just about losing weight. It's about really balancing our hormones. And
Yes.
hormones like the cortisol, hormones like insulin. So it's this balancing situation. And again, you cannot get metabolically healthy when you're stressed. It's a physiologic impossibility. So if you really are looking to get from the root to the root to the root, we've got to start addressing this stress level and the cortisol. And so, yes, I found the same thing. There's something about the entourage. I don't know. Can you use entourage as a term for
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
botanicals? Maybe. But anyway, it's that combination. So you guys, quite frankly, I'm the one, I stole from Kim the whole symphony idea that every single ingredient is a player in that orchestra. And when everything is playing, you have this beautiful symphony. And when it's not, there are things that are out. And you don't just put in certain instruments into the symphony that don't belong there, right? So Trinot has
No.
just been able to create this beautiful symphony of botanicals and nutrients that appear, right? We feel it in our bodies. People are getting these beautiful results. And we really feel like part of it is that it's really supporting that stress level. It's supporting the adrenals. It must be supporting a way for us to start to allow the cortisol and the insulin levels to come down and balance.
Right.
And that,
Right. One of the things. Go ahead. What were
no,
you
you go ahead.
saying, Renee?
I wasn't. Go ahead.
I wanted to tell you what I kind of allow my patients to hear and visualize. And when we talk about stress and anxiety in the clinic, about this the stress responses and how it's it's a vagus nerve reaction. But the visualization that what I like to tell them is about when it's all about cortisol, your whole body's all about the cortisol. But when it's high, your cortisol is like drums, and we're going to talk about the symphony, drums and cymbals, and you just hear those drums, and bam, those cymbals go, right? But when they get balanced, when your stress reduces, and when you put in the ingredients that are going to help you with the metabolic support, when you put in the notes of the ingredient list that's in Activate, like the B vitamins and even the hibiscus tea, that's a beautiful, beautiful addition to this product. All of a sudden, you got the violins, and you've got the harps, and you've got the beautiful flute, and you've got a symphony finally. You do not have the drums and only the drums and only the cymbals that are shocking, right? Think about
Mm-hmm.
that. And if
Mm-hmm.
the patient thinks about when they are, uh, when I suggest a supplement such as Activate or to them, I say, okay, these are all your notes and all your instruments that are so lovely. It's not like that drum and the percussion that
Right.
feeds the cortisol.
Right.
And so if you think about
Beautiful.
that, it works. Yeah.
It That's a beautiful, beautiful visualization. Thanks so much for that, Kim. And I know you've been loving the product, and really getting some beautiful, beautiful results with it. So, and just
Yeah.
feeling it. I know for Kim, because I've been friends with her for so long, for her, it's a feeling, and she can take it and kind of really get a sense of what's happening. And so that's why we wanted to share this with you all today. Again, one of the things that can kind of concerns both of us is, oh, and listen, I know I like to call this visualization the sizzle and the steak, right? So the sizzle is, hey, it's going to help you lose weight, because let's face it, we all are looking to lose some weight, some of this excess fat, especially hormonal fat. But you know what? The actual steak is really the metabolic health. The weight loss, the sizzle, is simply another side effect. Other side effects that we're going to get when we start to balance is a reduction in brain fog, ability to focus, much more level, balanced energy is right, is such a good one as well. A reduction in inflammation, and then correspondingly a reduction in pain. So if you're having a lot of joint pain and inflammation, that tight feeling that you get in the body, that starts to go away. Blood pressure balances. I mean, it affects every system in the body. And so that's why we're so excited about these products for metabolic health, because we are addressing the root cause of our health and of our longevity. It's just, I mean, it's mission critical.
Right.
So anything
Exactly.
else that you want to say about it?
Well,
No?
I wanted to just say real quickly at some of my patients. I have a patient who comes in, she's been taking Activate, and she says, my blood pressure is lower than it's been for 10 years. How is that possible? And she says, I haven't done anything. Maybe I'm not, like less stressed. Right there in Activate, it's lowered her stress level. Right
Right.
there, it's given her the tools, the notes to help her blood pressure. Another one says, I don't have this rash all over my legs. I think it's that Activate. And she says, can I just rub it on my skin? I go, no, just drink it. And another one has lost puffiness around their eyes. Another one just feels that they don't have as much back fat. Another one feels like they can handle the stress and they're not stressing. They're sleeping longer. I mean, those are real live testimonials. And these aren't just testimonials of getting skinny.
No.
These are testimonials of changing their health. And
Yes.
that's why it's a health supplement. It's not a weight loss supplement in my head.
Right. Beautiful. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for that. And really, that makes it a much broader, bigger conversation. That's really what we, as health coaches and healthcare practitioners, that's what we're trying to do, is help people actually get healthy, get to the core root and get healthy. Everything else just will balance itself out as our metabolic health heals. So thanks, you guys.
Right.
Thanks, Kim, so much. I know we'll get back on again and talk about other things, but I really appreciate you coming
You're
on
welcome.
and sharing this about this
Okay.
today.
Get healthy and be happy.
Be
Bye.
happy. Bye, guys.